There we go. Damn. All right, man. We in the mix. I thought y'all wasn't trying to let me on, man. I know I've been gone for a minute, but damn. All right, it's been a couple of days. All right, let there be light. All right, how y'all doing, man? Y'all must have missed me. YouTube wasn't, or somebody wasn't trying to let me on. I ain't gonna blame it on YouTube, but let's get to it because time is sensitive at this point. Um, Whitney Goldberg, uh, you know her situation. Joe Rogan, Nick Cannon. I'm like, what's the difference in their situation? Let's start with Whoopi Goldberg. So she talked about the Nazi and Germany and Hitler and all that, and then some joker from the Redskins talking about he would love to have dinner with Hitler, and I'm like, for what? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like it's for yourself for why you saying something like that, knowing what he did to people. So are you someone that is a psychologist that want to study the mindset and kick it with somebody that is a terrorist, because that's what he was, you know, and and it's similar to what Putin is trying to do to the Ukraine. You're a terrorist when you trying to invade another country and you wreaking havoc on someone that is potentially can't defend themselves. So what's interesting about this person? The power that he commanded and whatnot. I mean, I just like to get to the bottom of things, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, and then that's something that you say in the barbershop or among your circle of friends. You saying it on social media, and social media is the new form of news now, whether people want to accept it or not. So, you know, you just watch what you say, man, at the end of the day. And but look, I got my Washington Redskins, Washington football team, Washington Commanders drip on. I haven't gotten no Commander Pearl yet. I'm waiting on my folks to get at me. I get some VIP gear. But I wore this hat in particular because this hat goes back to 93. I got a sweater and hat for a Christmas gift from one of my coworkers. We exchanged gifts for Christmas. And this is how long I had this hat. So yeah, I just wanted to display this hat, and I got a few more that I want to display. And but let me pull up some footage of Whoopi. You know, I just want people who is not familiar with her. I want them to see visuals of her. You know, and at the end of the day, you're expressing your opinion, and your opinion should and supposed to mean something. It's your opinion. But I was listening to Comedy Hype, which is Pierre platform, and he like, look, you playing on their field, which is their TV shows, their platforms, even though they'll let you on the field to play, but they own the team basically. So you got to play by their rules. But what I do know, and I know this, people that speak out, they financially secure, so they not really scared of the backlash that they'll get. So Whoopi is not really worried about losing her job because she solidified, she's okay financially, and it is what it is. And she said what she said, and you know, it's like, you know, if you didn't mean nothing with malice and straight up disrespect intentionally, it's like, okay, you feel how you feel, but let's keep it moving. Because it just seemed like everybody can say anything about black folks, the black culture, slavery, and we're the only culture of people that haven't gotten reparation for being enslaved for over 400 years. And with that being said, every time it come up on any of the legislations on the House, Congress, even the Supreme Court, they fight that tooth and nail. Mitch McConnell even said, "What are you guys belly aching for? You had a black president. Like what? That's supposed to satisfy us?" But see, you don't understand the feeling of not being with, you don't understand the feeling of being without or not having through generations, because you're in the position that you're in. You know, you're on the side of control. You know what I'm saying? And, so, and, you're a Caucasian man. And therefore, you're not going to understand the culture that was oppressed because it wasn't you and your ancestries. And yeah, it comes up, where people in Africa had slaves before they even sold the individuals to, the folks coming over with the slave ship. And that's wrong too, all the way around. So nobody's hands is clean when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? You know. So it is what it is. You should have a right to your opinion, and um, you know, if it wasn't meant with malicious and malice, then somebody should have the right to be able to apologize. And yeah, let's get a slap on the wrist. You do it again, boom. You know, then action's going to be taken now. So that's it with that. Let's go into Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? Joe Rogan. Uh, who we know Joe Rogan and where we know Joe Rogan from? We know Joe Rogan from Fear Factor. And I didn't even know that he was a MMA fighter at one time, or still is. I don't know. So, but I know Joe Rogan from Fear Factor, and that's where his name came on my radar as the host of Fear Factor. And it's so funny that when you hear him talk about shooting them episodes, he was like, I think he was saying he didn't really believe in the show and didn't think it would take off like it did and become the success. And he said, for the most part, he was high on all them shows. That's how he was so chill and laid back, because he didn't believe in it. It was something to do. So I guess he was a struggling actor that got that gig, which somebody came out the blue and was like, hey, we're going to put this show together. We just need a guy. And randomly he got picked. But that's where I know him from. And then he did a couple of movies I seen him in. But then he pop up on the UFC radar, and then he becomes a fixture. But I didn't know he became a fighter. I don't know if he competed or what, or he was basically and is trained to fight. So I don't know. But I watched his platform. It's edgy, and yeah, I wouldn't appreciate it. And I never heard the episode until I saw it. He walked in a movie theater and it was Planet of the Apes. So that could have been a double entendre because the movie they saw was Planet of the Apes. You know what I'm saying? And he said it like we took it, and he's getting criticized, and he even apologized. He was like, I went to see Planet of the Apes with a lot of Planet of the Apes in the movie theater, right? I'm like, then he thought about it and said that was kind of racist. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, and woo woo woo. I'm like, yeah, you apologize, but that's not something you say in front of a camera or out publicly. That's in a barbershop talk, or you're among your circle. You on camera. But see, he said it a while ago, and the podcast, how it's important now, part of the culture, it wasn't important then. So therefore, it was no big deal, that he said what he said, so it's just crazy, you know, uh, it is what it is. But Spotify wants him off their platform because the artists are pulling their work and their music is off of Spotify. So Spotify losing money because of him. Now, if this wasn't a ripple effect, they'll leave him alone. But they're not going to let you dictate their bottom line, and that's losing money. So, with that being said, and then they gave Joe Rogan $1 million for his platform because of the following he brings. He got the UFC crowd, he got the Fear Factor crowd that know him. So he solidified already. So these are the world's viewers that's watching him on their platform. So this company called Bumble said, don't sweat it, Joe. Let Spotify dump you and kick you or boot you off. I got $1 million for you over here. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So this is how much people like Joe Rogan. He said what he said. He apologized then, and then he apologized again, and on podcasts, I think that's what people love about the podcast platform. You can talk freely. It's no script. You are the producer, the writer, the manager, everything on your channel and your podcast. So as long as you stay in the guidelines of YouTube, who provide the platform, your channel is designed the way you want it to be. So you talking freely, you talking reckless, you talking crazy, and do I think he a racist? Do I think Whoopi Goldberg a racist? Really, I don't think so. But do you need to get tapped for what you said? It's like going in the store and you stole an item and you got away with it. And then you come back and tell them, hey, I stole something. My conscience got to me, and so for you saying that and putting it out there like that, so it need to be a repercussion, because if it's not, it's most likely you're going to do it again. So again, I hope Whoopi don't get fired from The View, And if she do, I hope that somebody else pick her up like they did Joe Rogan. Somebody don't offer this man another $1 million for his show to come over there with his following. So he didn't lose. You know, he made a mistake. He did something. So now you got Trump, President Trump, saying stop apologizing. You ain't do nothing wrong, and you know he was gonna say that. And then you got Jay Prince vouching for him, like Joe is a solid guy. You know, he said what he said, he made a mistake, he apologized. Let's keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I just feel like if they want to show him that same courtesy and love, give her the same courtesy and love. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So you companies out there, you know, other than this incident, you know, Whoopi has a great track record, you know, so let's not cancel her, and you know, let's give her back opportunity, you know, and not, you know, throw her to the wolves or make her walk the plank, you know. Let's get some images of Joe. Fear Factor UFC Joe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, so he done got a slap on the wrist. You know, he ain't hurting. He got $1 million for his show. You know, and now somebody else is offering him $1 million. So I'm just saying, you know, that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, you know. All right, so yeah, so again, I'm just saying. All right, so let's get back into it. Okay, so yeah, I just switched up on y'all. Just switched up on you. I got so many. I got a gang of drip for you, and I'm just trying to display it because at the end of the day, after the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be done with the colors and the skins, the Washington football team, the Commanders. I'm gonna be done with them for till preseason. I'm gonna put the colors to rest, and we good money with it. So that's why I'm switching up on y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it in and get it recorded, and you know, boom. Last but not least, we wanna go into Nick Cannon's situation. Nick Cannon was on there talking with about the Jewish people, and he was coming off too froggy, and somebody just felt like, I you know I appreciate Nick because Nick was going to Howard, and he got indulged into his blackness, and you know, once you at a HBCU, they're teaching you about you. But what's funny about an HBCU, these HBCUs is not named after nobody black for the most part. You know, that was crazy. Like Howard. Howard is named after a Union general, which was named Howard, you know, that fought in the war against the South. You know, he represented the North. So I learned about that, and you know, that's why on social media it's a lot of fuckery, but it's a lot of information and education to be indulged and to conceive and receive. You know what I'm saying? And uh I'm telling you, I mean, you know, even my niece said it. I took her home yesterday. She was like, I'm on YouTube because you know I see you be on there. I be watching your videos and all that. And with that being said, you know, I'm learning a lot about everybody. You know, it's like, and this is what I like, and this is what I was saying that I like, and this is where the light bulb came off with Zuckerberg and his friends. Folks want to socialize and talk to people via video, via social media, like we do in the barbershop. So God allowed his mind to see that vision, and then he had the monetary access to put it into fruition, and here we are, you know, Facebook, social media, you know. So shouts out to God himself to bless the individuals with the brilliant mindset that put social media together and to create a forum called podcast. Not only that, podcasts already been here. We was just calling it something else. And now it's visual instead of just, you know, audio. If you get what I'm saying. Where I'm going with that is radio theater radio from the 40s, 1940s. Sirius XM 148. Vintage radio from the 1930s, 40s, 50s, and on back, before TV. So the actors that we love, that we see on TV, they were actually doing this on the radio. They called it radio theater. And they would act out on the radio the way we watch TV and see, you know, visual, actual TV. So that's what podcast is audio with visual. And you can create your own content. This is our stage. You want to sing, you want to rap, you want to dance, you want to turn up, you want to be lit, you want to be this and that. This is your stage, you know. And I choose to bring you some dialogue, conversation, and debate, you know. So that's my content, you know. And the beauty of it, you can capitalize on this by promoting any of your brands. And then once you meet the specifications of YouTube, you can get monetized. That's great, you know. Now, personally and honestly, I'm here for the notoriety of it and to be part of the culture of the podcast world, you know. So whether I get paid or not, I'm good. Because even if YouTube don't pay me, I can get paid from my own uh I can get paid from my own setups that I implement, meaning I can write me a book, I can sell you some hats, you know, I could sell you some hats, some t-shirts. So yeah, you know, and I ain't wrote my book yet, you know. Well, I haven't published my book yet, but I have wrote a book, and basically I don't have time to really type it up and put it out there because I'm just busy like that. So, you know, but I can give you my stories via video and audio than for you to read it, you know. So because I don't have a lot of time and patience, I mean, that's gonna be on the back burner until I get to it, you know. But you know, everything I gotta say in the book, I can say it to you directly. So, you know, it is what it is. But shouts out to everybody that has the discipline and the time to write your book to become an authentic author. You know, I'm a podcast author, you know, so you know, everything everybody doing, I'm doing right before your eyes right here in my mind and in my world. So, you know, you can condense it all you want, but I see things different. So, anyway, Nick Cannon was taken off his radio station. They took Wildin' Out from him. Uh, he didn't own the show, but they spared him. I don't know for what and why, but maybe Nick really apologized and it was heartfelt, or you connected to the right people that you made a call and they on your behalf spoke up for you and they spared you. They slapped that wrist. So he won't be doing that no more, you know. Nick Cannon has graduated from Howard, so I don't think that he will go back down that road of being so, you know, for the people, you know. Whereas though he gonna jeopardize his money. You see Nick making 100 babies. Nick Cannon gonna have 100 babies before he check out. Watch what I tell you. Him and Future is going neck and neck, you know. But one thing about Future, I mean Nick Cannon willingly want to take care of his baby mothers and kids. Future, he ain't trying to take care of the baby mother. He trying to take care of the child. And he ain't setting up $1 million accounts and all that. I don't think for the string of baby mothers that he having and the kids. Uh, I don't know that dynamic. I don't see Future publicly uh getting all his kids together. Nick Cannon on holidays or special occasions, he get all the baby mothers and the kids together, and they family, and you know, I forget the movie that Curry Washington in it, and the dude Curry Washington is in a movie with my man that played the Hulk, you know, the Falcon, in the Marvel, Anthony Blackney, something like that. Anthony Blackie. Anyway, they're in a movie where he was charging $10,000 and getting women pregnant that wanted kids that didn't want to go to a sperm bank and uh, 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 and they didn't want a relationship. I was like, wow. So that's actually a thing. Men out here, it's no different from women that will have your child, you know, and you pay her to have your child. And once she give birth, you take the child home. So that's basically what he doing. And, because he's not deceiving nobody, but I'm sure the IRS want to get up with him and say, well, you ain't paying no taxes on that money. The government want that. But that was just an awesome movie. I think Spike Lee put that movie together. So I learned something there that is really a thing. So at the end of the day, he fathered 19 kids in that movie. And Curry Washington was his girlfriend that turned out to be a lesbian, and she brokered all the lesbian women to bring to him to father their kids. It was crazy. It was a crazy movie to see. I think Jim Brown is in it as well. But it was crazy. But again, Nick Cannon is on the show that you dress up and you sing, and they gotta figure out who the celebrity is, and he never lost that, so they totally wasn't mad with him. So, but anyway, Wild 'N Out is coming back out. So again, they showed Nick mercy. They slapped his hand, took him off the air, teach him a lesson. So to just totally cancel people out, just get them a chance to redeem themselves. You can punish them, but don't cancel them out. But if they do it again, what are you going to say to that if you do it again, and if they slap your hand and then you right back at your shenanigans? That means you who you are. You are who you are. And what you're saying and what you're doing, you meant to do it. And you mean to do it. So let's get some visuals of Nick Cannon, and then we're going to close this out, man. I think this was a great video. And, you know, like I said, is it fair across the board? So let me hear your point of view and chime in. Let me know what's up, and, you know, now think about it. Nick Cannon lost America's Got Talent because he was on there on the show as a comedian doing his comedian thing, and he was being edgy, and they didn't like that. But look, he had Wild 'N Out going on. Then he got this new show, the Celebrity Singers and all that. And, so what's the lesson in that? Always stay, what I want to say, never stay one-dimensional. I was told back in the day, you need 4 areas of expertise to keep a roof over your head and food in your mouth and in your refrigerator. You need four avenues of income. That means you need to have 4 uh profession four professions that you're skilled in. Not 4 professions, but professions. I mean 4 skill sets in 4 different professions that you can go and get a job and earn money in. And not only that, I feel like every 10 years you should learn a new profession, a new skill set. And it don't have to be on a degree level. It could be something small, like just taking a course like bartending. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of trade, like I said, bartending, where you could go. I know a guy that I done lost touch with him, but when I was hanging around him or was around him, my man was a bartender. So he made $500 a week and in tips as a bartender, and he would get checks from all the establishment that he worked at. So walk with me of what I'm saying. He worked at Applebee's like from like maybe 10 to 2, and then maybe from 4 to 10 or 6 to 10, he worked at a hotel downtown DC. And then at midnight, he worked from midnight to closing, so that's 2 to 3 at a club, bartending. So this was his day, 7 days a week. He made $500 a week in tips. Plus, he got a check from all 3 entities. So you don't have to have a degree to make money. You just got to have that grind in you, that go get 'em in you, the get off your ass type of mindset and make it happen. This big day, Streets Finest, like, share, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.